Ray, so thanks for joining me. Many congratulations on what went down last weekend, and you fought Abraham Nova. Were you happy with how you boxed and how the fight went down?
Nah, I ain't really like too happy with the fight and the performance, but the main thing is to get the job done. So that's all that really matter.
What was it that you didn't like, and what should you have done that you didn't do?
I feel like watching it back, I feel like I should have used my legs more and boxed a little bit more. I feel like I allow him to put his body weight on me and like make it ugly like way too much and just allow it to be like a sloppy fight, especially later on.
Did you feel like you were in control the whole time, though?
Yeah, I felt like I was in control the whole time. I felt like he couldn't really touch me. Like I ain't really feel like he his work was effective. I feel like he was smothering himself, smothering me too. So it kind of made it hard for me to like get my shots off at the same time. But I feel like he wasn't doing anything besides making it ugly.
Did the change of opponent throw you at all, or did you have enough time to get ready for the change in styles?
Nah, I won't say like the change or anything. Made a difference or anything like that. I just feel like Styles make fights, and he came in there. Basically to try to rough it up and make it ugly and, do whatever he could to, be successful.
Hey, is it hard being a top fighter in today's day and age when everyone sort of seems to be asking you about what's next, and you've got these guys right in front of you, and then even during the fight, I was listening to the commentary, and they were talking about a Shaki Foster this and Lamont Roach that, and they're talking about these guys that you're going to get into fights with. Is it distracting for you guys to always be asked questions about what's next when you've actually got someone good right in front of you?
Nah, at the end of the day, like when you're in there fighting, you ain't really thinking about nothing else other than the person that's, trying to take your head off. So I wouldn't really say like it's like a distraction, anything like that. It's just it come with the job. The media gonna do what the media do, ask questions, and it's your job to, answer them. So that's all.
Tell me about your fight night threads. Where did the idea come from for the Tom and Jerry stuff? Like, and was that you? Was that you?
Nah, that wasn't me. That was my manager. He kind of like brought the idea to me, and at first I really didn't believe in like the vision. Um, I kind of like had a hard time like trying to envision like what it would look like, but they came back with the it drawn up and everything like that, and I said, oh yeah, just fire. So yeah, we can go through with it.
Are we going to see that again, or is it a different fit next time?
Nah, it's always gonna be a different fit. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna wear in my next fight. So yeah, we just gotta wait and see. So stay tuned.
Hey, when we spoke a long time ago, I guess maybe a couple of years ago, one of your huge ambitions was to fight in Camden. Like, is that closer, and is that still the thing that you want more than anything else?
To be honest, I don't really know how close it is, or you know, that's like really like my promoter like job to like try to build me up in my hometown and things like that. So that's like really a question for him. But like of course that's always like a dream of mine to go home and basically perform in front of my loved ones and my day one supporters who've been supporting me since day one. So yeah.
Are you happy to travel? Like, are you have gloves will travel regardless, or are you feeling a certain type of way about not getting fights at home and on the East Coast?
I definitely feel some type of way about fighting. I mean, not fighting like at home, but my two fights before the last one, they was kind of like close to home. So I like I appreciate that. Like I don't feel like bad about that. Like I'm happy that I'm actually finally able to start fighting close to home, so my people can drive to the arena and support me. Because a lot of times they got me fighting in you know um Texas or Arizona, things like that, far away from home, where all my people can't really, fly out and things like that and take off work. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm guessing not loads flew out to Saudi Arabia from Camden, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, it wasn't nobody from it wasn't nobody going to Saudi Arabia. But I already understand. Like I know that off rip though, so like I'm not going there expecting like the crowd to be all for me and things like that.
Yeah, okay. And also, when we did talk about the whole Camden thing last time, I know I asked you about Dwight Carwey. He subsequently passed away, man, as one of the Camden fighting heroes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a big loss for the sport. Definitely. He was a great. Definitely somebody. That put Camden on the map. You know, much respect to him, and he had a legendary career, and he paved the way for guys like me.
So tell me about what day to day looks like for you now, like until the phone call comes and you got to go back into camp. Like, what are you doing with your time, and how do the days look in between fights?
I just been like since I've been back home, I just been in the house trying to get my sleep schedule back in order because all the traveling and jet lag and things like that. My schedule kind of off a little bit right now, but it's getting better. But I think tomorrow I might go to Jersey because I live in Houston. I might go to Jersey back home and spend time with my kids. And then I might take like a little vacation. I got a few things I gotta do back in Jersey though, but yeah, I'm gonna take a vacation and then get right back into the gym. Cause I ain't like I said, I ain't really like how I performed. So I'm probably take like a little bit of time off. I ain't gonna be out too long, and I'm gonna get back in the gym and sharpen up my tools and continue to work on the things I need to work on.
Hey, do you feel like a kind of come down after a big fight like that? Like, when you've had all eyes on you for you go under the microscope for a week and then you've got the fight night buzz and the adrenaline and stuff. Do you feel like an adrenaline dump in the days afterwards?
You said, do I feel like
Like you
adrenaline? What?
like you get an adrenaline dump in the days afterwards, like you're coming down from being busy and amped up.
Uh. Yeah, yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, like it's back there, regular life now. I ain't really like gotta worry about being in the media eye and things like that, or the pressure and all that now. Like the fight is over now. I can settle down and relax and things like that. So yeah.
Do you feel like the fights, the nights are getting bigger and bigger for you? Do you feel that? And do you feel like the momentum in your career?
Nah, I don't feel like they really getting bigger right now. I feel like I'm just being stagnant right now. Like as far as like with my competition, like I said, I've been wanting the world champions. Hopefully we get one next. They've been trying to like promote it or whatever. Building up my fight or things like that, and talking about me hopefully fighting a world champion after the fight or whatever. But we really just gotta keep applying pressure on the to the people that matter that can make these fights happen. So that's all.
Is the one I see you most mentioned with is Oshaki Foster? Is that the one that you want more than any of the others?
I mean, yeah, now because I just seen something else. Eddie Hearn was talking about Nunez trying to make a fight with Navarrete or whatever now. So, um, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to, try to, force my way with the WBC. I think my manager had, was talking with the WBC and things like that. My fight week, so I think that's the route more than likely we're gonna go.
Who do you think is the best in your weight class, other than you? If you can't answer with yourself, who would you say is the best out there?
It's really hard to say because these guys not fighting each other. So um, I feel like they get a belt and then they just okay with fighting mediocre fighters after that, or fighting probably fight a mandatory every once in a while. But these guys not really fighting each other or trying to stamp who the best is. So it's really hard to say.
Are you getting in the queue to fight Jake Paul?
Say it again. Say it. You
Are
said, "Am I gonna fight Jake Paul?"
you getting in the queue? Yeah, you getting in line to fight Jake Paul?
Nah, 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 nah. See, I went, Nah, that'll be something like. Yeah, I can't fight a guy like Jake Paul like while I'm still active and trying to, better my career and further my career as far as fighting like actual guys that matter and in my division and things like that. So yeah.
It's tough though because like the money for those guys, like the attraction fights are so out there, right? Like you
Yeah.
kind of, you can't hate on it, right? Or can you?
Yeah. I mean, nah, you can't hate on it. I mean, I seen something 100 million or something like that. I don't know if it's true. I don't even know if the fight is, true. I seen a lot of, main big pages posting it and things like that, but I haven't like really seen, Javante posted things like that. Well, I don't follow him to even see it, but from what I've seen, I haven't seen him post anything about it, and I don't know if Jake Paul posted anything about it. He probably did or not. He like to troll and things like that. But anyway, um,
Yeah,
yeah,
hey, without naming names, you mentioned obviously people on social media and stuff. Like, there's a lot of that in boxing, right? Where the fighters are doing all the talking on social media and they're not getting done. Is that infuriating to be a part of and to see that when you actually want those big fights?
yeah, it's definitely infuriating, but especially like with me and Fort, like in my position, because like I said, I'm actually trying to get the world champions. Not even just the world champions. Like I want the world titles. Ain't forget the world champions. It ain't about the people for real, for real. It's about the belts. So I feel like for me, I'm trying to get the world titles, and you got guys that's on the internet talking and making things sound good, and you got certain people that's believing in these guys that's talking, but behind closed doors, like they not really trying to make fights happen that the people really want to see. They'll go find somebody in a lower weight class, like or somebody that's like they feel like it's an easier threat or easier fight. They don't really want to challenge themselves and into becoming like the best or stamping their name as the best.
Yeah, and it's a short career, right? So you start to look at, how long do you need to be in it for to achieve what you want to achieve?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, yeah, I mean, and then the guys that I'm calling out, they older than me. Well, Shaggy Foster, I'm gonna say his name. He older than me. I think he like 30, 31 or something like that. So I feel like with him, he trying to like make as much money possible and then get about the sport or whatever. Because I don't think he really believe in himself how I believe in myself. I'm younger in the sport. I got more time. So with me, I mean, I got a different mentality from most fighters anyway. I don't care who I fight. I'm gonna fight whoever to get to where I need to get to. So yeah, I think it's just a different mentality. That's all.
Hey, in terms of how you said you fought against Nova, was there a reason behind it? And I'm not asking for like an excuse, but did you just feel flat and it wasn't the best Ray Ford that we could have seen that night? Like, or was there something that was bothering you?
Nah, I won't really say it was anything that was bothering me. I'm gonna just I just feel like it was just Nova. It was Nova. It was just his style and it was kind of like he threw me off a little bit and I let him get his plan got into my head a little bit like as far as him roughing it up and making it ugly and making it sloppy and then like him using his head and things like that and like me trying to like get the ref to tell him about it and things like that he not really saying anything to him about it or just I don't know it was just a lot of things that like I don't know.
He was
I don't
talking
know.
to you in there, right?
Yeah, he was talking, but that wasn't a problem for me. Like I'm used to like people talking and stuff like that. I spar people all the time, and people be talking and things. I be talking too, so that wasn't like a problem for me. It was just like the little things that was being allowed going on in there.
Did you spend any time with Nick Ball, given that you'd fought him previously?
Uh, we ran into each other a lot of times out there. Had a couple like small conversations and things like that, but nothing really major. Nick Ball, cool guy though. I like Nick Ball.
You rate him as a fighter as well, obviously, right?
Yeah, I like him as a fighter too. I like his mentality. I think I've been said that like even before me and him fought. I think I've been saying like I like how his mentality is.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you want another one before the year's out, right?
Uh, I mean that would be nice. It would be cool, but to be honest, if it ain't nobody that's worthy or like that's getting me to where I want to get to, like I just sit and wait until I get my opportunity for real. Not too long though, but like if I get an opportunity like beginning of next year, then I'll wait until the beginning of next year instead of just taking all these meaningless fights.
Hey, I've written a couple of stories about guys that have failed tests for PEDs, in the last couple of days. It seems to be quite prevalent. Do you have a feeling about how big it is in the sport right now?
I mean, I feel like it's been big in the sport. It's guys that do it on a regular, and it's guys that's not getting tested and things like that. And again, they can get away with it because they're not getting tested. And then you even got coaches out here that's like influencing and giving their fighters things and things like that. Um, yeah, like I feel like the sport is always been dirty, and we really gotta start like cleaning it up and like start giving like bigger penalties for guys so they could stop. Cause I feel like the penalties ain't as bad. Like I feel like 1 year like, suspension that's not really nothing. Um, Especially like when you got fighters that's making a lot of money, like where they can make a lot of money and then they don't need to fight for a year or two. They'd be fine. I feel like, longer suspensions that would have definitely like force these guys to stop taking whatever PEDs they be taking because this is if this your career, this how you make your money. So you ain't gonna want to risk losing, your career. So yeah.
Does it concern you that you might run into one of these guys at some point?
No, it don't really concern me because I try not to think of things like that when I'm getting ready for my fights or even just going into a fight. I try not to think of things like that because that could you could already lose the fight thinking things like that before the fight even starts just by thinking that somebody taking something. You just gotta lock in and make sure like you stay sharp on defense and on point and do whatever you gotta do to win. Because even if they taking PEDs, you can still win. It's not like guys always take PEDs and they gonna win. That's 100% chance they gonna win every time. So
How are you feeling at 130 pounds, by the way?
130 pounds. I feel good at 130. I feel good. I miss weight because of the scale. All right, so and mind you, I would have been on weight had I known like that the scale was gonna be off as much as it was off because I was up like 2 hours before, like 3 hours before we had to go weigh in. And I was just chilling watching boxing. I could have been losing weight the whole time or figuring out how to get because I was point nine. I was over point nine on the scale, on their scale. But when I first went down to go check to do the medicals, I went and checked on their scale, the actual scale that we weighed in on, and it said I was point one over. So I'm thinking, all right, we good. Mind you, that was at 10 o'clock. The real weigh-in was at 12 o'clock. So I had 2 hours. So I was just upstairs watching boxing, just chilling. And then when we went back down to go to the weigh-ins, I was point nine over, which I didn't understand. So yeah, I went and then I went and tried to lose the weight or whatever, and then like in the middle of me, like in the midst of me losing the weight, they called me back down there, like pretty much just ruined my whole time while I was in the middle of in the process of losing the weight. They called me back downstairs to check it and to see if I was making progress, and I'm like, what's the point of all that? If y'all giving me 2 hours to go lose the weight, why y'all stopping my time and cutting in between what I got going on to check to see if I'm making progress on making the weight? Let me make the weight. So then by the time when I come back down to check to see my progress or whatever, I only had about 20 minutes to lose the rest of the weight. I went back upstairs. No, actually, I didn't even go back upstairs. I went to the little steam room that they had in the hotel. And when I went in, and their steam room in there, it wasn't like a real steam room. It was like more so like it was just hot. Like it was just like putting hot water on you. It wasn't like a regular steam room, like in a Lifetime or something like that, like a fitness gym.
Yeah.
So when I went back down there after I did the steam room, I still was the same weight. So it was like it is what it is.
Hey, when you were done fighting, did you go back out and watch Moses Hatama?
Nah, I went I went to the hotel. Yeah, I went back to the hotel.
Have you caught up with it since? Have you seen his fight?
Yeah, I seen it. It was only like a round, not even a round. Yeah, I seen it. Yep.
Yeah.
I just watched Nick Ball fight yesterday.
Okay. Okay. All right, Ray. Well, look, thank you very much for making the time to do this. I appreciate that you're still probably a little bit jet lagged out there and everything
Yeah.
else. And I hope you enjoy your downtime, man. Thank you very much for taking the time out.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Take care. Bye bye.
You too.